Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to dive into 1 Chronicles chapters 23 through 25. These chapters are going to show us a bit of a shift in focus from David's reign as a military commander to spiritual preparation. As he nears the end of his life, instead of fading out, he leans in to set the stage for worship, order, and legacy within the temple. These chapters are going to seem a bit long at first glance, but they're filled with deep insight into God-centered leadership, generational faithfulness, and the importance of worship. 1 Chronicles 23, let's talk about organizing the Levites for worship. David prepares the Levites not for battle, but for ministry in God's house. Numbering them, the 38,000 of these 24,000 were to work in the house of the Lord. This wasn't just a temple cleaning moment. The Levites were appointed for music, teaching, worship leading, gatekeeping, and handling sacred items. David is setting up a system of worship that reflects God's holiness and engages every generation. We can learn a lot about how God functions through this chapter because God is a God of order. And so when we have roles and responsibilities within the life of the church, there are different skills and talents that need to be brought to the forefront so that worship can maintain and move forward. Worship isn't a side task in God's kingdom. It's actually central. David treats it very seriously, just as he would any battle plan. 1 Chronicles 24 is talking about the priestly office. This chapter breaks down the divisions of the priests, the descendants of Aaron, specifically from his sons Eleazar and Ithamar. There are 24 priestly divisions, each responsible for a rotation in temple service. The structure ensured that worship was consistent, reverent, and led by those called and trained. The phrase, as the Lord God of Israel had commanded him, reminds us this wasn't David making it up as he went along. He was following God's direction. You see, God values both order and calling in leadership. Being in ministry isn't about just having a job with a paycheck. It's about a calling to claim ownership of this as the thing to which God has called you. Then 1 Chronicles 25 is about organizing musicians. Okay, so now it's time for the worship leaders and musicians drawn from the families of Asaph, Heman, and Jeduthun. What's amazing is that this beautiful music wasn't just entertainment. It was very prophetic. The Spirit of God moved through music to declare his truth, and he still does today. These men and even their sons were trained, skilled, and assigned by lot, meaning no favoritism, only faithfulness. Music is more than performance, it's ministry. God speaks through it. Worship leaders aren't just singers, they're spiritual messengers. We'd love to see you as we come together for worship, even here today.